What is going on, y'all? Coming at you with another video. It's going to be a really quick one, and this will be the only time I touch on this particular subject in one of my videos. Tekashi 6ix9ine, Rat Boy. We all know who he is. We all know what he's done. But I keep getting messages asking for my opinions, and I did tell y'all that I would drop some info on music and what's going on there. So I'm getting this one out of the way first. I don't like to talk about it. My feelings on his whole situation have been well known. He's a rat. We don't do that. He claimed to be a street cat. And he basically turned in his whole gang. Okay, he's out now. He's running amok. Chasing the clout, getting his name back up. And his fan base, honestly, is the suburban kids who, no matter what he does, they think it's cool and they think it's funny. The streets really don't mess with him. I'm sure there's street cats out there who do, who are fronting, but he didn't stick to the code, and he claimed to be a G, and he claimed to be a gang member, and he didn't stick to the code. Well, okay, he did that. Someone asked me why his music's still getting played. Because people like controversy. Controversy sells. And no matter what you say about Tekashi, he's very controversial. He's ratted. He got away with it. He's out and he's still making money. A million people have claimed they're going to kill him or drop him. Nobody's even touched him. So that's another thing. Like I said, his demographic is outside of the streets now. So what these kids and these listeners outside of the streets are seeing is that it's 100% okay to rat and nothing's going to happen to you. Meanwhile, Nipsey Hussle, Mo3, King Von, Pop Smoke, all these dudes are dropping like flies. Getting killed left and right. Bobby Shmurda didn't rat. He should have been the big news the past couple weeks. Instead, here we are talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine and Meek Mill and that whole shenanigan. Now, when it comes to that, thing, it's a double-edged sword for Meek, because he has been the most vocal about Tekashi, and he has said when he sees him, he's gonna, put them things on him. Well, when he seen him, he didn't do that. He's like, well, I didn't want to go to jail. Now, see, that's a double-edged sword for Meek, because he was talking that hot shit, but he didn't do nothing. That's a problem. And I understand. Don't get me wrong. He doesn't want to go to jail. He doesn't want to get into trouble. Well, if you don't want to deal with those things, I'm sorry. Keep your mouth shut. If you're not going to do something when you see somebody, you keep your mouth shut. Simple as that. I like Meek. I like his music. But on that tip, he's acting. I'm sorry. Everybody keeps talking all this hot shit about what they're going to do to Tekashi, and ain't nobody even tried to touch him. Because now they're all afraid they're going to go to jail. And sadly enough, Tekashi is calling these fools out. And he's getting away with it because he knows none of them are going to touch him. So if you're not going to touch the cat, don't talk about it. You shouldn't be talking about it anyway, even if you were going to touch him. Just handle the business and move on. Simple as that. I see where Meek's coming from, but I also see the fraudulence in his bullshit. I'm sorry. Because him being on probation and facing a case didn't stop him from running down on Safari. I'm just saying. He ran down on Safari with no hesitation. Cameras out and everything. What's the difference? What's the difference? So, yeah, if my people from the streets want Tekashi to go away, it's pretty much impossible at this point because, like I said, controversy sells and he's a controversial individual. He is winning because he's doing these brash things, knowing he's a rat, knowing he has no more street credit, and still getting away with it because the outsiders are looking in and they're eating it up. They're eating the bullshit up. So If you ain't gonna touch the man, stop talking about him. He'll go away. Everything he's doing is for clout. And every time someone responds to him or he catches someone in a video, that's just adding fuel to the fire. If everybody would just ignore Tekashi, like other people in the industry, if they would just ignore him and not feed into his bullshit, nothing. Everything would drop because there's no more controversy behind him. No one cares. That's the problem. You're keeping him relevant by caring. And I didn't even want to do this video, but a few people asked me to do it and wanted my perspective on it. But namely the Meek situation. And like I said, I respect Meek. I love his music. He's dropped some bangers over the years. I've always messed with his music. But he said when he seen Buddy, it was on site. He seen Buddy, it wasn't on site. And his excuse was he didn't want to go to jail. I understand that, but at the same time, when he was on parole and facing real charges, he didn't shy away from trying to beat Safari's ass. But now all of a sudden he's worried about going to jail, getting locked up. You wasn't worried about that when you was running down on your ex's ex. But now all of a sudden you care. When you said you was going to run down on the rat. When if, in actuality, Meek and everybody else would just keep their mouths shut and not even talk about Tekashi, he'd go away. He'd have no choice. Because nobody would feed into the controversial bullshit. Simple. People in the streets want him to go away. That's the best way to eliminate him. Stop talking about him. Stop making him relevant. Because the more we talk about him and the more we vlog and we chat about him, his clout stays up there and the people on the outside looking in are keeping him on this level. If we stop talking about him, he goes away because music like his don't get radio play. So the radio game's out. All he gets is streams on all the platforms. And most of those platforms are they are all pretty much internet based. The best way to get him off the internet is to stop talking about him. That's it. Once the vlogs stop, once the YouTube videos stop, once the music dissing him and the IG stories dissing him stop, he goes away. Nothing can save him from that, from people not caring. It's simple. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. And y'all have a good one.